everybody. Clearing. Okay, so the energy today feels a little bit different than it has in a while. There's a little bit of a lightening, a bit of an excited, something good has happened. So when I'm feeling into it, as I was praying before this reading, I got these messages of the masculines just feeling seen, known, and it not being unnerving. That the feminine does truly connect on that deeper level that's beyond the 3D. There is a little bit more of an expansion of safety for the masculines to trust that their divine feminine actually just gets them. Super cool. And that the divine brought back around to a kudos for the divine feminines for tempering the fear and really coming into the psychic giftings, the love, because that is the most psychic gifting, is tuning into love, unconditional love. That's where all things are revealed in safety and the accurate vision of another is found. So divine feminines, it's a good day, because the divine feminines are being recognized by their divine masculines for having calmed the beast within and being able to see their masculine clearly in a way that they trust. And that's because you are trusting the love, divine feminines. I'm so happy to be able to bring that message through. Okay, so let's see what the main energies are affecting the feminines at this time, and how they're playing out in the divine feminine's lives. So we're getting cosmic calibrator, universal attunement, repatterning, and guidance. You've stepped up and out of yourselves, divine feminines, and able to channel that higher guidance, get out of your own way, and see things appropriately, accurately through the eyes of love. And whimsy, fantasy, and wonder. The playfulness is coming back on a new level, like never before. Look at all this green. That's like the renewal, the heart chakra, the regeneration. Starting to get some springy, fresh energy of regrowth coming in is what I'm getting. So how is this heart opening, springy kind of energy playing out in the feminine's lives? What's going on in the divine feminine's lives that's bringing this in? Okay, that one didn't necessarily want to come out on the gardening card. Oh, this is the Seven of Pentacles, the waiting, the gardening, the investing. It's like we're seeing things coming up and out of the soil. But divine feminines, it's not where you thought it would be with your masculine, it's within you. So, you know, they say forgiving others, it's more about you letting go than a benefit necessarily directly to the other. It's about you. Same thing with this love. When you realize that the love that you've been inspired to have for your masculine is really just you seeing how much you can love, and you turn that back on yourself and love yourself with that much love, all of a sudden it's its own reward. It's so gorgeous. That's the message I'm getting. So divine feminines, that's the secret of the moon here. And now we're getting divine feminine high priestess and the Four of Wands, and there is the Emperor. Okay, so interesting. We're getting the moon, these secrets of the subconscious of this journey coming to light. Trust that a little bit more, divine feminine, so that you can be still and know and see it for what it is regarding union and this Emperor energy. There's this new layer, level of union within where this love supports you, and it's its own reward. You having the amount of love you have for your masculine is its own reward for you, whether or not you're in physical union with your person or not. I do want to go a layer deeper with this energy. So I'm not talking about necessarily the intense runner kind of phase of this love where it's a feel-good thing. Because when somebody is in the runner, so this is for a lot who are new on the journey, when you're in the runner energy, you're in fear. You would never chase, if you're in the chaser, you would never chase if you didn't fear losing whatever it is that you're going after, doing more than your share, or overcompensating regarding. So really look at what you're afraid of if you find yourself in that chaser mode. The love still benefits you in that mode. It still illuminates the triggers and your developmental curve. So, but it doesn't feel the same way that I'm channeling here for those who have really come into this love supporting them on a deepest level so that they can be in this untethered, playful, innovative, daydreaming phase. So this is really like wind in the sails, catching stride, next level stuff. It's a part of the cosmic stuff. I do also want to say that this says cosmic calibrator, universal attunement, repatterning, and guidance. So the cosmic clock, the cosmic clockwork that has been waiting for humanity to get to this part of the galaxy, it's conscious. Don't believe for a second that the cosmos didn't know that we would arrive here and that we would each be incarnated. Think about that. Okay, for the divine masculines, that was fun. That was a really fun universal fun fact of non-linear time to come through. I hope some of you caught that, how extraordinary those kinds of messages really are. That's one of the things that is a self-fulfilling feedback loop for me, that when that channels through, I'm like, yes, glow in the dark stuff, love, and stuff like that. Okay, so what can we see for the divine masculines? What are the energies that the divine masculines are riding the edge of? Perspective, ideals, and beliefs. So divine masculines, you're changing, you're updating, you are amping up your operating system. We got this message yesterday or something that the divine masculines were getting these zip files, downloads, mission, more of their purpose coming in. And now I'm getting that they're working on updating their operating systems. So how is this playing out in their 3D world? How are the masculines understanding this? Oh my goodness, how gorgeous. So they're literally taking note from you, divine feminines. They are literally picking up on the things, the energy, the things you've said across your whole history, even future potentials, because that non-linear time thing is just going out the window right now. We've seen linear time becoming less and less of a binder for these connections. Whatever just came to your unique minds. Yes, those things about time. So non-linear time going out the window, and your divine masculine is seeing your energy. It contains light codes. Your frequency in an external physical form, being connected to your divine masculine. It says you, divine feminine, this Queen of Cups. They are picking up on that energetic resonance, and that does transcend past, present, and future. So even the future potentials of love in this connection are informing the masculines and changing the beliefs. They are directly, I'm hearing, tuning into the past, present, and future potentials and observations and energetic entanglements with you holistically, and shifting all at once in this now moment. That's another staggering fun fact to channel. Glow in the dark stuff, love, the first fun fact, this fun fact. These are those very cool quantum type thingamabobs that I really love, have I mentioned. This is why I do this, because when we get into love, it is transcendent. And when we talk about the science, the observations of energy, that's where we get to start expressing the multidimensionality of love. Everything that we do as human beings, whether we know it or not, is an exploration of love. It's the only eternal. It's the fabric of existence. It's the only thing that really exists. And everything that we focus our thoughts and our hearts on has to do with love. Like, spoiler alert, It's all love. Let's get into the daily reading though. What an energy today. Like, anybody on the same page? Oh, I remember even like 15, 20 years ago that if I were to talk like this, people would be like, oh my God, like, who is that? Why is she talking about that? And now look at you. I just love you all so much that we get to talk about this. Ooh, I'm cutting the deck on the Divine Masculine and Karma. So Divine Masculines, you are seeing through a layer of karma. And yeah, I just heard the Divine Masculine say, my Divine Feminine told me so. Boom. Okay, what? That was a nice little thing, Divine Masculines. It's cute. A little bit feisty, I'm getting that energy. Okay, so thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the Divine Masculines? How are they thinking about these connections today? How are they feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for the connections at this time? What are they doing that will bring them closer to union? What is the challenge? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where's the energy going in the near future? And I'm going to get one for the Divine Feminines. I saw the Chariot and the Eight of Air, which is moving forward and getting out of the fear, getting out of holding ourselves back. Live your best life, I just heard, Divine Feminines. Your Divine Masculine comes into your life to show you the things that you need to remove, karmically speaking, but don't wait for your masculine. Keep living your best life as inspired. So when you get to a place where all of the obvious things are brought to light and you're moving into uncharted territory with mission and alignment, really allow those ideals, the muse that your masculine or what your Divine Masculine represents or brings to the table, allow that information to continue to support you in your autonomous becoming. How do I word this? If you're idealizing a certain type of life or lifestyle or big picture and being in union, like if you can imagine being with your Divine Masculine and the sort of life that you would share together, what can you do today to start working towards that in your own right, whether you are guaranteed to come into union or not? Those are the kinds of things that speak to our hearts, that give us instruction just because this person exists, and you're not wrong to put those into your life now. You don't have to wait until you're in union with your Divine Masculine in the physical to have that life. It's not coming through them. Put that into effect now. If you can't put that into effect by yourself, push your creativity a little bit further and see what aspects of it could you incorporate now without waiting for your masculine to bring that in. Really understand what I just did there. Okay, Divine Masculines on the mind space. What can we see? Again! 2 days in a row. Union on the mind. Choosing love over fear. 2 days in a row. I've used this deck for readings, a lot of readings since yesterday, and there it is again. Divine Masculines, you are thinking about how the Holy Grail I just heard. These unions, there is nothing more splendorous than coming together with your Divine Feminine. You are manifesting that. You are seeing through the confusion, and you're still looking at this otherworldly potential that doesn't seem so outlandish anymore, I just heard. So Divine Feminines, what do we need to know about that? There's the Queen of Cups. You just showed up as the Queen of Cups with your Divine Masculine. So your Divine Masculine is actually, oh, this is good. This is good. Your Divine Masculine is viewing you energetically in the 5D as the upright Queen of Cups. You are seeing yourself in the reverse, the upside down Queen of Cups. That means, Divine Feminines, your Divine Masculine is having a 5D expression or interaction with you that surpasses your capacity currently in the 3D. Have you heard that before, Divine Feminine? Sorry, I've got cat hair. Have you heard that before? Or do you recognize that projection when you have thought your Divine Masculine wasn't more conscious in the 3D and you've been having to engage with their higher self to keep going or motivated towards the growth on this journey? Your Divine Masculine is actually having an advanced connection, a union connection with your 5D self beyond where you are allowing the 3D to be at this time. So Divine Feminines, if you haven't cleaned up karma or made changes in your life, or if you're not trusting what your intuition is telling you to do at this stage of the journey, your Divine Masculine might be waiting for your 3D self to catch up to this incredible connection that you share on the 5D level. And they might actually be conscious of that right now. They might actually be intending to connect with you when they see you make some of the changes, or when they see some of the growth in you. Don't forget that it's not a one-sided journey, Divine Feminines. What a beautiful message. Touché, Divine Masculines. Okay, what are the masculines feeling on the heart space? It's not quite time to let go of third-party energies or to come into complete friendship. Two messages. There are some that are telling you trust, Divine Feminine. There is no other. It's just not time to be solely focused. It's not safe yet. The third parties are moving out. Relationships that have been left, karmic partnerships that have been released either emotionally, mentally, physically, are still on their way out. There are still financial considerations. Things are still not balanced enough to come forward and focus on your connection fully yet, is what I'm hearing, for those where third-party situations are involved, and the Divine Masculines are still healing. This is the Wounded Warrior card. The Ace of Wands in this masculine's hand is the sacred sexual new beginning with you, Divine Feminine, that they know is coming. But there is this third energy that still needs to be balanced out. That's going to look a whole lot of ways, whether it's a physical karmic partner or a belief system. We saw that they are changing their perspective, their beliefs and ideals. And that's giving them the final missing piece to heal this wounded warrior thing and let go of the ways of the past. This also talks about how they haven't been able to be that friend that they said they could be for you while other situations are going on, or while they're doing other things that may not involve other people. They have likely said, let's be friends, or friend zoned you, but then not been able to hold up that end of the bargain. That's also coming into understanding here as the masculines are healing the stuff that has put the wedge in there. We saw a little bit earlier that that might have had to do with not being ready to accept that you're the person that can see them on that soul level. That used to unnerve them because they didn't want to do the work or didn't know how. It just made them feel uncomfortable. And now that this time has passed, that they've been meditating and growing, they're now seeing how that can be supportive, and it's inspiring them towards this new beginning. But I almost said new direction, and if you say that wrong, it sounds like nude erection. So you're welcome. You'll never hear that or unhear that again. But every time I say it, it drives me crazy because I'm saying new direction. So there's a little glimpse into my human brain that I try and keep out of the readings, but I always think that, and now you will. So the Ace of Wands is usually a new direction, and it's not wrong in this case. So yeah, Divine Masculines are shifting gears, and obviously they have a compass built in, most of them, not everyone. Take it how it resonates with gender. It's metaphorical in some ways. Okay, anyways, somebody take my foot out of my mouth. I don't want to offend anyone. Okay, Divine Feminines, Two of Pentacles. This feels like a whole bloopers thing. That's hilarious. Okay, Two of Pentacles, Divine Feminines. This is the changes. This is the baby steps. This is the stuff in the physical finally coming in. So you're going to start seeing the proofs that your Divine Masculine has let go of these third-party situations, and they're starting to come back around from whatever stopped you from having true friendship. Even if they friend-zoned you, they may not have been able to, you know, have the bandwidth to show up and put the money where their mouth was with that. So you're going to start seeing these changes because they are coming. They do want to honor you. And that Mars-Venus conjunction on February 12th, my birthday, I hope I don't say this too many times, but my birthday, that is the seeing eye to eye. That is the true friendship. That is what's coming. So yeah, everybody, that's good. You're going to start seeing the changes ramping up, and especially after that, you're going to see major differences. So when divine counterparts come back into communication, meet up physically after the conjunction, and I am getting in private sessions where twins are planning meetups in March, April, May, starting to get that on the radar. So this is legit. It is coming through. I'm seeing the proof. I just thought I'd share that with everybody, that people are starting to get into that zone where the twins can just show up and have new level conversations as comrades, as confidants, as truly unconditionally loving friends. And then that sexual energy of the April 30th eclipse is going to start bringing in the next step of that and allowing it to unfold naturally. That does not mean that all twins are going to be boom boom with the calendar like that, the cosmic clock. It means that forevermore there will be that much more wind in our sails as humans on this planet, because we've come through so many of the markers of ascension and into knowing what true connection is in these ascended frequencies. We're starting to be better at understanding who a compatible partner is, and we're trusting the organic unfolding. It has to do with our spiritual progression and the cosmic clock. This is all divine timing. There's so many more energetic factors, but those are two of the main ones. And so it's kind of like it's going to happen anyways. We are just meant to open our hearts even wider and watch it. What are the masculines feeling or wishing? They're wishing to continue walking through the fire towards reunion. Literally. I'm just getting this. They're the karmic things that we just saw on the heart space that are truly important to the masculines to up level out of and heal. As within, so without. They know that things in the external world have not been giving way to allowing these meetups and reunions, reconciliation, coming together like a child, you know, in that innocence, in that beginner's eyes, being able to meet each other in that energy where everything is sunshine and flowers, I just heard. Because there's work to do, so they're wishing to just do the work. We saw the masculines resisting the work for so long, being overwhelmed, not knowing how, and now there's so much energy of wanting this love, appreciating that the feminine sees them for who they are, wanting to do the work, seeing the steps that they can take, going forward. So hurrah, divine masculines. Strength is the card coming up here. Feminines, this is a card of ego versus humility. So just know that where your divine masculine may have been headstrong, off track, renegade, insensitive, self-absorbed, all of those things that you could say that they weren't at a place of stability yet, that they were still trying to manufacture the false constructs, the fabricated existence, put the hard work in. They're becoming humble, and everything is going to emanate out of them differently. Give the benefit of the doubt. Know that people can change. Human nature can change when we go to a higher power, when we go to a broader perspective, when we put the free will in to say, I'm no longer satisfied with the status quo. I want to grow. I want an extraordinary existence. So this is a very humbling motion, and you will see the proof. Divine Feminines, you're going to see a much more tempered, grounded, less spastastic Divine Masculine coming up. Awesome. What are the masculines doing? Commitment, there it is. They are starting to make their yes be yes, their no be no. Page of Coins is small communication, but it's kind. It is grounded. It is authentic. And it's just a page, so they are leading with that. But the King of Pentacles knows that they are becoming noble. They are becoming an overcomer. They are seeing through that path and coming into the vicinity of actual union. We've seen this commitment card. I want to say again, this is the other one that just keeps coming up in my personal readings time and time again. Commitment. Commitment is on the Divine Masculine Collective's energetic to-do list. They are really seeing that finally they're catching on to what real love is, to the point where they actually could see themselves understanding the reasons why commitment would be beneficial in their lives. And they have finally seen the energetic justification for committing. It's not too good to be true. They're seeing, Divine Feminines, that you are actually somebody that warrants that. But this is also in their own right. So I would say 10% of what I'm feeling is Divine Feminine focused here, and 90% is that the masculines are loving themselves so much that they don't want to commit to things that are not fake, or that are fake, that their hearts aren't in. They are becoming stable within. A lot of them are up leveling out of things like mental illness. I'm just hearing depression, bipolar. I am not a medical doctor. I am not diagnosing anybody, but I'm hearing these words. They are up leveling out of the challenges that they have thought. Anxiety disorders, they're coming up and out of those things because they have healed, because they are healing, because your love is helping them heal, because they are now not so crazy in the world. I want to say many divine counterparts have felt like they were the odd ones out in this life, very empathic, very sensitive to energies. And when the world is saying and negating the higher dimensional things, it is a very big crisis, an existential crisis that, you know, we can turn that on ourselves by disintegrating and thinking it's us if we don't have the worthiness. But as we go on this journey, we can heal all of those caverns within us and come back into knowing that, you know, if we were the odd one out, we might have been born to change it. And yes, divine counterparts, you have been born to change the world and remind the world that love exists. That is our special ops mission. What's the Divine Feminine? Seven of Fire, healthy boundaries. You Divine Feminine magical unicorns, yes, be that extraordinary, unique creature that does things differently, has different priorities, walks to the beat of your own drum in such a funky way that other people might just want to try and copy. Remember, imitation is the surest form of flattery. So Divine Feminines, you are vibing on your Divine Masculines' spooky action at a distance, where they are coming into their own in such a way that they see that they are ready for the real thing. They are becoming more real, and that's all that will do. That's giving you permission energetically to be more fully you and to actually activate your Divine Masculine attributes by showing the world your uniqueness even more transparently, without fear, Divine Feminines. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? Walking away from those third-party scenarios and beliefs. So that doesn't need to be a person, but there is quite a flavor of that. So any kind of a protection, a buffer, a comfort zone, mediocre relationships that the masculines have been settling with, any kind of third energy that doesn't offer growth, masculines are leaving that to walk away, to go towards their star, towards their destiny. But this is a challenge because change needs to have change. You have to make those changes in the physical in order for those changes that you know are destined to play out. You have to actually make those changes. That's the challenge, that it is coming down to the wire. 9 of Earth, codependency. So divine feminines, let go of your masculine fully so they can make the changes. Again, there's that chicken and the egg. The feminine always needs to let go of the masculine, and the masculine lets go of the karma. This is where it gets really multi-dimensional and wobbly goop. It's hard to translate and put it into easy terms, but we have the masculine and feminine within both of us. So when you're watching these readings, if you resonate with the masculine, the DM or the DF, we do have both inside. So when we say the feminine needs to let go of the masculine, our divine masculines need to also let go of the masculine in their feminine. See how it gets a little bit ricochet, but trust me, everybody needs to let go of karma. Everybody needs to let go of the objectification or ownership of the twin, so that we can just be normal spiritual human beings and get along. Something like that. And erase codependency. So that's good. What is the spirit guided solution? Reciprocity. Get rid of anything that doesn't allow you to be a fully realized, authentic, genuine, pull your weight, show up, not take too much, not chase, balanced person in the physical. Do whatever you need to do to walk away from things that cause the inability to be real and balanced in the physical. Ace of Earth, to clarify, total mirroring. And wow, could we expect anything less from the Six of Coins, which is the balance, reciprocity? We have the Ace of Earth to balance out. Look at that. I'm just going to plop these on the scales for the masculine and the feminine. Equality. It's time. The divine says it's time for the twins to come together with equality and reciprocity. The masculine and feminine, we are coming to that Mars-Venus conjunction. This is the Mars-Venus conjunction, but it's also the heart space, the ability, the growth, the capacity, the accountability, the embodiment of the counterparts getting into this alignment. As above, so below. This is like the minor arcana version of the justice and temperance. So yeah, that's the solution. We are on track for that. This is more of an affirmation that I'm getting, a divine affirmation that we're doing it. We're getting into the vicinity, and it's because of all of our free will to open our hearts and believe in this. That's the only thing that allows this to come in. If we don't have big, wide open hearts, we don't interpret the energies this way. And we miss out. We're the ones that miss out on it. It's happening whether we see it or not. Some things are true, whether you believe in it or not. This is the inner workings of it. We are seeing the energy being described. You don't have to know these things about energy in words to feel them and to live them. So for those who don't watch readings, they might have an easier time. For those who are drawn to readings or have found readings, that's what the universe wanted you to know. So it might be part of your soul math to see it and hear it this way. How fascinating. Anyways, okay, wow, rabbit hole. Coming back. Squirrel. Where is the energy going? Okay, there's more of an awareness of what isn't grounded in the physical yet. King of Swords. It says legal matters, financial stuff, but also things that are not, communication that's not, things that are not finalized, misconceptions, all of that. And this is the Mother of Pentacles. This is the home, the creature comforts, the nourishment. So anything that's holding back, unfinished business, misconceptions on any level, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, that is yet to be undone. This is like a to-do list. That to-do list is going to illuminate to all the twins what would be needed before this creature comfort, living together, moving towards each other, becoming more friendly with each other, striking up communication after separation. All of that constitutes this free flow of nourishing in the physical kind of supportive energy, the unconditional, gentle grace that the twins can have. Whatever is holding that back is going to be an actionable now, not just a burden or a hypothetical. It's now going to be instructive. Wow. I'm hearing everyone saying it's about time. And for the feminines, the Hierophant. Look at that. This is a feminine as the high priest here. This card always impresses upon me that there is a very androgynous sort of union that happens within. When we harmonize the masculine and feminine within each of us, we take on this almost angelic sort of wholeness where we can then really be qualified to start connecting with an external counterpart and work out the layers of that. When we come into union within, we can then be in collaboration with a partner in the physical. When those two come together and work out the kinks and get streamlined, that can become a community influence. And then when communities band together, that becomes a national, it gets bigger and bigger. It rolls out from there. It starts with union within. And so we're getting there. This is an indicator through this whole reading, even just bringing up how the masculine and feminine let go of karma and let go of the ownership of each other, and how that just suddenly pops into a new level of existence. That's the union within, in other words. And when we get union within, that's where this platonic or let's say unconditional friendship foundation can come in, and then the romantic stuff can grow when it's justified. No more false starts. This is really good reading. I'm such a goofball. Hopefully that wasn't too distracting. It's good energy today, and much love, everyone. Bye for now.